Hello to all my beautiful Love Yourselfers. Today I'm going to be discussing 4 of my favorite quotes from Paulo Coelho, one of my favorite authors. So let's begin. Quote number 1, you drown not by falling into a river, but by staying submerged into it. And this, I love it because it reminds me of problems and challenges and what to do when you're faced with problems and challenges. Now, like I said, life is an accumulation of ups, downs and in-betweens. And the downs are basically your challenges and your problems. And they are in your life, they come into your life to teach you something, but they're not meant to be in your life forever. You're not meant to have problems and challenges forever. And that's where we often go wrong. We often think that we often act as if they're there forever, and we let them outstay their welcome. Okay, and so when you let problems or challenges outstay their welcome, what they do is they just bring on more problems and challenges, and then you just spend your whole life with problems and challenges. So every time I have a problem and a challenge, this is what I do. First of all, I define. I say, okay, so I'm now in the down. I'm in the problem and challenging part of my life. I don't want this problem and challenge to be there forever. So I'm not going to focus on it. I'm going to focus on finding a solution, ASAP. And I find the solution. And if I don't find it, if there's no solution, that means, God willing, it's just going to solve itself, and I focus on something else. But as soon as I acknowledge that I'm in a challenging phase of my life, I go to solution mode and try to get myself out of it as quick as possible. I learn my lesson, and then move on, God willing. So it's really about not staying more than you should in a problem or a challenge. Don't submerge yourself into it. Just find a solution and then move on. If there's no solution, move on. Quote number two, which I love. You are what you believe yourself to be. True. Whatever you believe yourself to be, you will be. Why? Because your thoughts and your actions always align with your beliefs, always, and they create your reality, God willing. So it's really important to find what you believe about yourself. And if you believe negative things about yourself, kindly change them, because they're not working for you, they'll work against you. Now, it doesn't mean that there's not room for improvement. We all have room for improvement, but we always start with a positive base. So for instance, let's say I believe about myself that I'm good. Yes, so that's my basic belief, and I'll work towards being great, God willing. So if you have negative beliefs, change them to positive ones about yourself, and then work from there, improve on them from there. Next one. Tears are words that need to be written, and this is what I found in life. I love writing. I just absolutely love writing. And writing helps me a lot, and writing has helped a lot of my clients. And I always say to write at least 2 or 3 pages in the morning I did a video on it, on morning pages, and I got it from a book, The Artist's Way. It's a brilliant piece of advice. It's basically when you wake up in the morning, you sit there and you write what's inside you, 2 or 3 pages of what's inside you. And what happens is, everything that's inside you doesn't stay bottled in. It's out. And when it's not bottled in, you free up space, God willing, for the new to come in. Yes. And all your feelings, they don't manifest into negative things, because they're out and you can see them, and you can actually solve things once it's down on paper. You know what's going on in there. So and also, apart from the morning pages, when I'm upset, or I also tell my clients when anybody has upset them or anything, I always write down my feelings on papers. I make sure I get it out of my body, so it doesn't manifest into different things. And just on paper, nobody has to read it. You can tear it up afterwards. Nobody has to read your words at all. It's a very private matter, but get them out and onto paper. Writing really helps with that. The next quote. There is one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. And I've done a few videos on fear. Fear, basically, I find fear of the future is an illusion. So fear of failure is an illusion. Fear of failure is an illusion. And it's basically your mind trying to put you off, basically shining. Yes, your mind's always trying to dim you, try to dim your light. And it's just an illusion, because you never fail in life. You never fail in life. You just learn how to live better. So why not go after your dream out of fear of an illusion? It's just an illusion. God willing, if you have a dream, God willing, and you want to do it, don't fear failing, because you'll never fail. You will never fail at it. You'll just learn. You'll either, God willing, it will either be a success, or you'll learn how to live better. It's a win-win situation. The amount of times that I've tried something, yes, and it's not worked, but I've learned how to live better, and it's taken me to things that have worked. So it leads you to things. Even if, for instance, it doesn't work out the way you want to work out, or the way you think it will work out, it will lead you to things that you wouldn't even expect. So it's a win-win situation. Whether you succeed or you don't succeed, on both sides you're winning. So see it through, God willing. That's the next quote. And the last quote is, no, I never saw an angel, but it is irrelevant whether I saw one or not. I feel their presence around me. And I love this quote. It's because I believe in angels, and I believe they're around me all the time. Every time I go into, let's say, a meeting, or I have a difficult phone call, or even while I'm working, for instance, at home or with my kids or whatever, I always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I always ask God, please God, send me more angels. Send me more angels to make this meeting easier. Send me more angels to make my day easier. Send me more angels just to help me with this. And I really, really feel their presence. You can't feel something if you don't believe in them. And so I feel their presence because I believe in their presence. So these are the 4 quotes that I absolutely love. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.